Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Corey Joyner. I'm here with my good friend Andrew Carcich. We're in the process right now of checking out some technical stuff, doing a screen test. Going to try out a few things to see how things flow, and hopefully in the near future we'll come up with some content that people want to watch. Yep. Maybe do some sports stuff, just some random podcasts and everything. How you doing today, Andrew?
I'm doing good, man. Great, beautiful weather. Well, not really. It's raining now, so
bad today.
It sucks.
That's kind of why we're here. We would be playing golf or fishing or something like that,
Yeah.
But hey, a rainy day podcast workout. That's a pretty good deal too.
For sure.
So I wanted to give you the opportunity right off the bat to we're here at Andrew's home, and just tell a little bit about yourself, Andrew, without going into extreme detail. We'll let the folks kind of know who you are, what you're about.
Well, you know everything about me, so
yeah.
But 35, married.
Young man.
Yep, married. Been married for 11 years with my wife. I grew up playing sports. Grew up on the coast in Ocean Springs. Been up in the central Mississippi area since about 2007. So currently, firefighter at the Flowood Fire Department. 7 years, lieutenant there. Love it, everything about it. But for the most part, I mean, that's pretty much me. You know, I'm just living life to its fullest right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even going to tell that much about myself. You just have to learn about me along the way because he's way more interested than I am.
No.
So I do have to ask you, you were born in, tell everybody where you were born.
I was actually born in Las Vegas, Nevada.
So let me ask you something about that. Being born in Las Vegas, Nevada, did that lead to you being a compulsive gambler that you are now?
Yeah, being born there and having that genetic makeup.
I'm just kidding.
I had no choice.
I'm just kidding. He's not. I was born in Oxford. That's why I'm a raging Ole Miss fan, I guess. But yeah, never been there. Have you been back? You spent a lot of time?
Never been back.
Never been back. Like you were born and they jetted you somewhere else, or did you live there for a while?
We moved to Mississippi when I was 5.
So you stayed there just long enough to get the gambling gene in your blood and all that.
Yep.
That's pretty cool though. Yeah, I've always wanted to go, although I think they call it Sin City. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around. I'm not a big gambler. I just see me getting in trouble if I went.
I can definitely see it as all your inner demons being exposed.
Yeah,
in Vegas.
Like anything that you want to get into or don't want to get into, you can get into it or not get into it there. So I wanted to hit you up, and some of this stuff, we're just trying things out. We want to get the flow. Actually, what we're working on right now, and Andrew has already got a channel out there. Tell a little bit about that, about your YouTube channel.
Yep. So I just started a YouTube channel in January called Carcich Golf YouTube channel. Hope to do some podcast stuff on it in the future. Basically, just me playing courses around here and filming footage, doing fun stuff. Looking to get more fun content, especially with you. We can stop having tornado-like activity and rain. I just filmed a match with a guy who just got his PGA Tour card.
That's awesome.
So that was fun. Definitely shows why I'm not a pro.
Y'all played 18. What did he shoot and what did you shoot?
So we broke it up. We did 2 different videos. So we maximized our potential for the day. The front 9, we did a match play, so him versus me. He beat me, obviously, but I held my own. And then the second 9, we partnered up, did a scramble, and just saw how low we could go. And if you want to watch that, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, and you'll see how low we shot. We went pretty low in 9 holes.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So the idea there and him talking about that, we're working on something that's going to be part golf tech, part golf humor, part just random stuff. But it's going to be kind of based around the golf and going with the thing that Andrew has already started. We're working on that. We wanted to, like I said, we wanted to do a screen check, do some technical stuff. So today we're shooting footage just to see how things flow. We're working on that show. I'm doing some writing for that, and we hope to get that out there pretty soon. But we're also going to do a podcast that's basically just about random whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Sure.
And that's what we're doing today.
Yeah.
And I came up with some ideas on some names. I just want to bounce this off of you. Some of them are good. Some of them you may not like. You may not like any of them. We may have to go back to the drawing board. Hold
on, before we start, how many you got?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, it's a good odd number.
Yeah.
Since I'm a betting guy. over under how many I like. Do I like over 4?
I think so you're giving me the number.
Yeah, over under 4. You taking the over or the under?
I'm saying like may be a strong word. You will question some of them. I'm gonna go with 5. I say you'll like
taking
over.
the over. Okay.
Again, I just threw this together this morning. It's not like I've been pondering on this for a long time.
That's where you do your best work, though. It's just right off the cuff.
Not had a lot of time. This was literally like an hour ago. So the first one's really, really mild. It would be like AC and CJ's random cast. Yay or nay? Very mild. It doesn't reach out there and grab you.
Little plain Jane.
Okay, but you got to give it a go or a no go.
Yeah. I'll say no for right now, just because it's number 1.
Here we go. Pod fellas. You can't shoot me down on all of them, man.
I'm not.
We're on national television, dude.
We are shaped like some pods, so we are pod shaped.
Well, you got to give me a no or a no go. You give me a half.
I like it because it's a spinoff.
Goodfellas. Yeah. Okay, and along those same lines, I thought of Podfathers, but it's already taken. Godfather, like the.
Are you the wise one?
Yeah, the mafia movie. Okay, let's move on. So the apocalypse.
Now?
Well, I don't want to get sued, so I just said the apocalypse. Okay, that's funny. So we'll go with 1 solid star.
So far, we got 2 that I like. 2 out of 3.
2 guys, 1 pod. Too risky. 2 over the top. Yeah, or 2 guys, 1
I'll
mic.
give it a nay.
Yeah. Okay. Gardening with Glenn and Ricky. That one obviously doesn't work out because you're not Glenn and I'm not Ricky. Okay.
All right, so 3 down.
The Odd Pod, random shit podcast. Obviously, we would probably put the hashtag and something else. Not actually,
a pound sign, not a hashtag sign.
Whatever the hell, I don't know. Yeah. The one you touch after you're done putting stuff in on.
I like that. So 3 for 3.
Okay.
3 out of 6.
Okay. The PODSHANK Redemption.
Great.
Do you like that? Great. I like that one. That's pretty good. PODNERS in crime.
I like that too.
So are we at 5?
That's 5. You've hit the over.
Okay. This is I hadn't even got to the couple of the good ones. Fatso and DREIDEL boy. Man,
who's who?
Yeah. I like that. That's my favorite. I don't think that's going to fly. And everybody that doesn't understand that you've got some Jewish heritage may find it offensive because you don't come right across as being
That's true. That's
DREIDEL boy.
That's
so
true.
we could take off they're going to know who Fatso is.
They'll learn about us more as they tune in.
So I was just kicking some stuff around. We actually have a name that we're not going to unleash.
So 6 out of 9.
I say that's pretty good. So how much did I win? What did you say? $100?
I don't know. You didn't.
I did.
We'll figure it out.
To come up with a name. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to try another segment. See how you like it. These are easy to do because anybody can do it. It sparks conversation. This is going to be a quick fire thing. Andrew has not seen any of these questions that I'm going to ask him, and it's as simple as you got to pick one or the other.
Okay. Easy.
Pretty easy. So it is random, and we don't develop a pattern here.
Okay.
You pick a number between 1 and 27, and I'll ask you that question.
23. Go good old Jordan.
23, and that is a fine number. Raising Cane's or ZAXBYS?
I'm a ZAXBYS guy.
I like ZAXBYS better than Raising Cane's for whatever reason. You can get a little bit more than just chicken.
Definitely a ZAXBYS.
We fall in the same. I'm the same way. You can get a salad at ZAXBYS. I don't think you can get a salad.
What's your favorite
at
flavor from ZAXBYS? If you get wing sauce.
I don't. I get it just how it comes, just how it's cooked.
Mine's tongue torch.
Who?
Tongue torch.
Pretty spicy.
No. So number 2. 2 out of 4 or 2 out of 5. It's pretty good. It's a nice little mild.
I'll have to try that.
I just like saying I like that tongue torch.
Tongue torch. Give me some tongue torch. Give me another number there, Andrew.
Go 11.
Ooh, 11.
Football number.
Bugs Bunny or Mickey Mouse?
Bugs Bunny, even though I'm a huge Disney fan as far as the parks go.
Right? I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm a big Disney fan. Just recently became a big Disney fan. When I say Disney, the place.
Yeah. No.
Bugs Bunny would have been my favorite on that too. I was a big Bugs Bunny fan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, give me another number, my friend.
Let's go 1.
1. Tacos or pizza?
Tacos.
Really?
If I could, I'd love pizza. It destroys me in the end, but I love it. If I had one fast food restaurant that I could eat for the rest of my life, I don't care how bad it is, all that is, Taco Bell's my number 1.
I'm a big pizza guy. And of those two, pizza is my favorite food. But I'm just gonna skip straight on down, and I had another set of questions that's in the box. You said Taco Bell is your favorite fast food. Taco Bell.
If I had to have one for the rest of my life.
Even though I like pizza, pizza's not really fast food.
No.
So like I don't consider like Pizza Hut to be fast food.
No.
You know, you're gonna sit in there, you're gonna be in there a while. My favorite Taco Bell. I like hands down. I could eat Taco Bell every.
And people are like, "Oh, the meat's not real meat." I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Who cares?
I don't care.
So, what is your typical order at Taco Bell?
Chicken quesadilla and a nachos Bel Grande, no sour cream, add jalapenos.
Okay, I can spout mine off too. I get 4 soft tacos, a nachos Bel Grande, and a chicken quesadilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it irritates me a little bit. I have a low threshold for like waiting in line and things like that. And when I go to a fast food restaurant and you stand behind somebody like they've never been there before, come on, dude.
It's like
you've been to damn
it's
Taco
like
Bell
self-checkout
before.
at like Kroger or Walmart. Like, come on,
You
scan the barcode, put it in the bag. Let's go to the next one.
The idea with me behind going to a fast food restaurant is think about what you're gonna get on the way over there.
Yeah.
And I don't have to. I know what I like. I may try something.
And it's not a new restaurant. Like you've never been there before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're on a diet and you're trying to eat healthy, don't go to Taco Bell.
Yeah. Or like I said, think about it before you get there. Some of us got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, give me another number.
We'll have to put pet peeves in the list of things.
I got that on the list.
Cool.
It's in the
because that made me just start.
It's in the bag.
In the bag. All right.
It's not that hard. Know numbers.
I was trying to think of what numbers I've already guessed.
You said 1, 11, and 23. You're like the son of a bitch standing in the line at Taco Bell. Okay, in or out?
What?
You got 2 choices. That's simple.
I'm all the way in.
Okay, I'm down with in. Give me another number, bud. We're gonna do a couple more of these, and then we're gonna reach in the bag. 27. Boxing or MMA?
MMA.
Really?
Yep.
Explain. Elaborate, my friend.
It's more entertaining to me from a skill set. Plus, boxing is so corrupt and sometimes just hard to watch 8 to 12 rounds.
Right.
Like I'm all in for 3 to 5 rounds, and I know there's different technical abilities for those MMA guys. Plus, at the same day, like boxers are trying to score, MMA guys are trying to kill each other, like to that extent. Like,
do you think that they have? And this is my question. I'm a boxing guy, but MMA now is so much better than the boxing that we are being provided with.
Yes.
And a lot of it is garbage. It's celebrities boxing folks, and
the
we don't have that right now. I could not tell you who, I know some of the names, but I couldn't tell you who the heavyweight champion of the world is right now.
I can tell you, I could. Well, there's 3 boxers that I know, and one of them's not a true boxer. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, and Jake Paul.
Right.
Like, that's sad for boxing. He's doing his thing. He's making his money. I appreciate the hustle, whatever. But, like, Floyd Mayweather, okay, that's 4.
Yeah,
like,
and he's done.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was a time when I lived this. I mean, I knew everybody in the top 5 in each division and all that, and I love it. And I love good boxing. That is not what we're getting these days.
No.
But let me ask you about the MMA. The hang up that I've been to actual UFC events. It's a really good time. At one time I followed it. I feel like they put too much stuff out there. Like they diluted or flooded the market to where you can't get excited about something because there's an event every week or two. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree and disagree. So I agree that every weekend there's a UFC event, whether it's in Vegas or a pay per view or whatever. But I think that's strategic from COVID hitting and them taking advantage of not stopping and keeping entertainment out there for the fans every weekend because they had their own arena that was secluded that they could fight out of.
Someone needs to tell them that COVID is over.
Oh, they COVID's gone.
I mean,
we beat COVID.
It beat me pretty good for a little while.
Hey, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Never got COVID.
Never got it. Well, it's be a bad time to tell you. I kind of got a little. No, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I just think it's too much out there. I don't think there's enough boxing out there. I think the all of the major sports have got their issues. I think there's too much baseball. I know they've got to do it to keep it the way it is. 162 games. Anybody that says that they sit down and follow a team all year long, unless they're in your city, it's just almost impossible to do. The NBA with 82 games, that's a little closer to what I think you need to be. But the king of all is obviously the NFL and what they do. And college football, they play enough games, you get excited about it. And the second that it's over, everybody's ready for it to restart.
Yep.
You've never once heard somebody at the end of college football season, no matter how bad your team did, what happened during the course of the season, they go, boy, I'm sure glad college football's over. That's never been said.
Never.
So
I agree.
Football's the king. So we're going to take a little break and get another beverage. Come back and we'll try another little thing that I got worked up. And so we'll be back in a few minutes.
Sounds good. We're ready.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Corey Joyner. I'm with Andrew Carcich, and we're doing a tech check, doing a screen test for some upcoming podcasts that we're going to be putting out your way. We're going to do a couple segments, try a couple things out, see what we like, see what we don't like, see how our equipment works, see how we flow. Just kind of go through the motions a little bit. We appreciate you joining us and seeing how it looks on the ground floor of us getting this thing started. So what we're going to do, Andrew has no clue what's in this bag. We haven't even talked about it. And what I've done is I basically made a random set of questions. He's going to pick the questions. I told him it won't be anything that would make him uncomfortable. A lot of them are sports related, and a lot of them are there may be some politics mixed in, and maybe some food stuff. Ultimately, if you get a question that you don't like, you just put it on the table and we'll grab another one. I don't think that's going to be the case, so we'll go ahead and, without further ado, grab you one out of there and hand it to me, and I'll ask it to you because you may not be able to read my handwriting.
Probably not.
Okay, this is a food-related question.
Okay.
Everybody's got foods. We've talked about some things that you really like. What is a food that you absolutely despise, will not eat?
Onions.
At all?
Nope. Well, I will spit onions out if I can taste it or smell it. No good, no good. But if it's cooked into like a good chili or something where it's just flavor based, all for it. Because sometimes I've literally had a sandwich where there's like shredded onions, and I've literally spit it out on the table in front of my wife, and she's like, "You're a child. You are a child." I'm like, no.
That's a pretty common one. But I'm different. Like I'll eat an onion ring, fried onion ring. I'll eat grilled onions like with fajitas and stuff like that. But if I bite into a raw onion, game over. I'm talking about like game the hell over. Like not finishing a burger where I bite into one. Not finish. I don't. The crunchiness and a purple onion is my arch nemesis. I cannot stand a purple onion. If they bring onions out like on a salad that I've ordered or whatever, you know,
it's weird. It's weird how we do. It's weird how we do those things. Like we'll eat it one way but not the other. So like for me, I love pickles. A good dill pickle is my favorite. But you put a sliced pickle on a burger or something, no go.
Really?
Hate it.
I like
Chick-fil-A.
pickles. Yeah.
When I order Chick-fil-A, no pickles. Even though their chicken is battered in pickle juice.
Yeah.
Which is, I love. But I love a good pickle spear.
So I'm with you. I know a lot of people that are that way on the onions. But I do eat them, but I don't eat raw onions at all.
There's not much food that I don't not eat.
Question number 2. Grab one and I'll read it to you.
That's a long one. Jesus.
Ain't no telling what. Let me see. What's the most that you've ever paid for a ticket to a sporting event or had one bought for you? What is
Just recently, we paid a pretty penny for the college Final Four women's in
Yeah.
Dallas, and it was awesome. It was worth every penny of it. Like, we got the seats to where we were in what they called social distanced, but we really weren't. But our section, like, we were on the end. I was able to stand up. There was nobody behind me. It was perfect, and we had great seats, whatever. And my wife's a college basketball fanatic, and she loved every bit of it. So it was definitely worth it. Number two, that was right up there with it. Back in, I think it was 2011, playoff game for the Saints when they played the Detroit Lions, and I got to watch Drew Brees. Saints are my favorite team, by the way. And they played. I was on Stafford and Megatron were down there, and there was like 500 yards of offense on each team. The final score, I mean, they set an offensive record for total yards in a playoff game that game, and it was awesome. It was so loud that we were clapping, and we couldn't hear our hands make an audible sound. It was so loud.
the most expensive ticket and one of the better events that I went to? And these tickets were actually bought for us, and it was either the year of or the year after the Saints won the Super Bowl. And I'm not a Saints fan, but they were playing the Patriots. It was Monday Night Football, and we had prime seats. One of my wife's friends bought these tickets for us. One of my wife's fans. She's got a lot of fans.
Lots of fans.
Not only fans. No. Anyway, she bought the tickets for us, and that was the most expensive that I ever, by far, with what they. Yeah. The second was went to see the Nashville Predators, the Anaheim Ducks at Bridgestone playoff hockey, and we had good tickets. I went with one of my buddies there. Those were pretty expensive tickets, and I would probably say that second event I just said was probably one of the greatest sporting events that I ever went to. They set a decibel record for NHL games that night while we were there, and it was like you were talking about. It was terrible. I mean, but it went from the Predators scored a goal with 3 seconds left to send it to overtime. People were cheering and rocking, and about 30 seconds into the overtime, the Ducks scored and we lost. And you can walk out of the stadium and nobody was. It was just so quiet. So we went from hero to zero real
quick. Speaking of hockey, did you see the guy who got 75 stitches in his face the other night? The goalie was laid down on his belly. There was a scrum around the goal. Laid on his belly. His knee was bent, so his skate was up in the air, and the guy fell on his skate, cut him across the face. He got 75 stitches in the first quarter. Came back, or first period, came back in the second period, and played the rest of the game. Hockey players are different.
That's some
75 stitches, bro.
I've never had 75 stitches in my whole entire life. You?
No. I mean, my Achilles surgery had the most, and I think that was like 12.
Yeah. I've got about 10 places that I had about 4 or 5, but that's still not 75. I did the math on it. I know that's not 75.
It's absurd.
You ready for the next question?
Next question.
All right. Let's get us a good one. Let's get something controversial in here, man. Come on, let's see what we got. Uh-oh, another long one.
Oh, Lord.
What she said. All right. I want you to pick one sport that if they never played it again, it wouldn't bother you at all.
Ooh.
Never play it. It ceased to exist, and you'd never miss a beat. I got a couple, and they're probably pretty unpopular decisions with some people. I know they would be in other countries, but I'm not a soccer guy at all.
I hate soccer.
I can watch women's soccer because they're women. That's the extent of it.
Well, they're more entertaining when they're at the pro level.
It's really, really hard to watch.
Granted, I know men are much faster and all that stuff. But if the World Cup's on, yeah, I'll tune in here and there. But I'm not watching 90-minute soccer games to see a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
No. Not happening. Soccer is one of my worst that I don't like. I'm debating on what is a sport and what is a game. You ever had that thought?
Yeah, I've had that conversation.
I love golf. Golf is not a sport. It's a game.
I don't know.
It's the game of golf. It's literally in the title.
Okay. Well, then what's the what's the driving factor that makes it not the same? Obviously, it's not like football, but it's.
I think it has to be competitive, one versus like a team versus like you can still be an individual competitive. Like tennis is a sport; it's one on one, whatever. But like golf is you versus you in the course.
And of course, yeah, you're better at the game.
Yes.
If you're playing tennis, you're playing another individual.
Correct.
If you're playing hockey, you're playing another group of guys. If you're playing football, you're playing. Yeah.
Now, with that being said, spike ball is not a sport. It's fun as hell, not a sport.
Yeah, I don't
Any
know.
game you can throw up on a sand dune or a beach or whatever, not a sport. That's an activity. That's a game.
So you're going with soccer as the one that you can do
I
without?
think of the major sports, like I love hockey, I love football, I'll tolerate basketball at times. I enjoy baseball. Like you said before, 162 games, way too many games. But yeah, soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we agree on that. So we'll move on to the next question. Is oh, this has got to be a good one. Got to be a good one. It's on ripped up notebook paper. Oh, this is a pretty easy one. Favorite movie?
Oh, I know your favorite movie,
Yep.
Shawshank Redemption.
Sure is. I've seen it about 300 times, and that is not an exaggeration.
So I can't have two favorites, but
You gotta have one.
Hmm.
We'll give it to you if you need. If you got.
I'll say both of them, and then I'll choose one. So my 1A and 1B is Bad Boys 2 and
Okay.
Varsity Blues.
Wow.
Okay, completely different genres, whatever.
But then I should get a second to at least throw in the mix. Although my second is way behind my first.
Okay.
Christmas Vacation is my second favorite movie, easily. Seen it about 200. My wife won't watch it with me because I quote the whole damn movie. She's
I'm
like,
the same way
"Oh
with those
no."
other two. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Shawshank too, but she likes it enough that she'll sit there and watch that. But people can't watch Christmas Vacation with her.
I'll say Varsity Blues is my favorite.
Varsity Blues number one.
Like that movie.
Why Bad Boys 2 over 1 or 3?
So 1, I think they set the story up too much. You didn't really know the characters. You didn't know Martin Lawrence's character, Will Smith's character, blah blah blah. 2, they really just from the get go, it was action packed, hilarious comedy. And then like the other ones are good, but that one just hit on all cylinders.
I like all of those, man.
Man,
Bad Boys is awesome. You know. So we're gonna see how good this question is. We may end on this one. If it's mediocre, we may move on, take another one.
That's a legend right there. Rich Eisen.
Yeah.
He's a great. His podcast is great.
Yeah, we've got the NFL channel going on in the background, watching little things, watching things scroll. Just saw it come across just a few minutes ago. Several players in the NFL have just been suspended indefinitely for betting in the NFL.
Can't do it
against their games.
Can't do it.
How do you think that? How do you think you're not going to get caught? Is my first question. And what the hell is my second question?
The NFL has a hard no on gambling. You can't jeopardize the integrity of the sport. Can't do it. As a player, you can't do it. As a coach, you can't do it.
That's right.
There's too many people out there already that think the game is scripted, which is horse crap.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But, like, as a true competitor, you cannot just throw a game or throw a point spread or whatever.
One of the guys on there, he's a former defensive back at Ole Miss, really bothers me. He's done. I mean, he probably wasn't one of the higher paid players in the league. At some point, he's going to have to get another job.
Yep.
I mean, you're done.
And what's he going to fall back on? Did he graduate? What's his degree in if he did?
Well,
I mean, unfortunately, you spend and I know this because I played football my entire life, and NFL was my goal, and I got really, really close to making it. But at what point what is your fallback plan on? Like, when you dedicate your entire life. So I played football from the age of 8 or 9 to the time of 22.
Yeah.
And I dedicated my entire life to that sport. And then all of a sudden it didn't pan out because I wasn't good enough. And then you're like, what now? And it's a gut check moment for a lot of people. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it for those guys. I know I don't know what was going through their head. I don't like to see anything bad happen to anybody. I'm not one of these that rejoices in the in the things that happen bad to others. But it is a very interesting story going on right now. Let's go with this next question here, bud.
All right, let's pick a good one. I'll read it for us.
Go ahead.
What is a sport that is underrated?
Underrated. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you spelled underrated correctly.
That's fine. That's fine.
We'll
There's not going to be a spelling test today.
your spelling is
podcast.
underrated.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Most
not a
underrated
pro
sport.
speller.
I think hockey.
Nailed it, brother.
Hockey is the most underrated sport. Them dudes are tough, like I was just talking about. They're all about team and like looking out for the team. You're never gonna see a hockey player go out and make a team look bad. Never. It's always we over I.
And
always.
They don't even have to be doing anything with the puck. The fact that they can, I was going to say swim, but that's not what they're doing.
They can't swim on ice.
They can't swim. The fact that they skate as fast backwards as they do forwards is amazing to me.
Dude, have you ever met a hockey player before? Have you ever seen how big their legs are?
Yeah,
it's stupid. I'm a big dude, and they're big, and they're small. Some of the guys are small, but they're big. Like it's weird, but like, and then who's the best hockey player in the league?
I couldn't tell you.
Can't tell him, but I guarantee Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin, those guys are first ballot Hall of Famers, trendsetters, and nobody knows them. They can walk right by you in the streets and you'll never know.
I mean, I know the names. I know them when I'm watching it on TV. But yeah, you're right. I couldn't, unless PK Subban walked by me, he would be the only guy that I would recognize and go, hey, that's PK.
Because you're a Nashville fan and he played for Nashville.
Big hockey fan. When you talk to people, I mean, like even minor league hockey, any kind of hockey is just extremely entertaining to me. I don't know why. Well, people learned how to play up north. They learned on the ponds and in the parks and the different places, and it's big up there. It's not as big down south. But when I really, really got to be a big fan was going to minor league hockey. It started when Jackson had a team, the Jackson Bandits. We went to the River Kings games in South Haven. Went every year. We tried to do a Christmas trip and go to a couple games up there. Then I got to where I was going to the Predators games. A lot of people, they don't know anything about it. I'm like, you don't have to know anything about it. Just show up and just watch.
Yeah.
And where else can you go and just about almost know you're going to get to see two guys punch each other in the face?
You talked about minor league hockey. I grew up on the coast, so in Biloxi, we used to have the Mississippi Seawolves.
Yep.
There was a guy, and I was maybe 10. We went to the Seawolves all the time to watch Roger Maxwell fight. I don't know another hockey player on that team, but Roger Maxwell was an icon down there. And puck drop, we're fighting almost every night. It was awesome. Awesome.
Very good. Well, we got to talk about a few things. We got to check a few things out. We'll be checking to see how the equipment and the audio and everything work. And Andrew is the chief executive editor of all of this, and hopefully we'll get to put it out. You got any closing thoughts for kind of what we did here today?
No.
Anything you want to push your YouTube channel again? I think this would be a good opportunity to tell them to do that.
Carcich Golf, be a fan, subscribe. It's much appreciated. Comment in the videos whenever you watch them. Tell me what y'all want to see. But as far as first run, I think it went well.
I think we did.
Good questions.
This was something we threw together just basically last night and this morning. So if you do like it, if some of this content makes it to Andrew's channel, we'll have some other venues that will be putting the things out. Follow us. If we don't know if you like it, it's really hard for us to continue what we do. And if there's something that you'd like to see more of, contact both of us. We'll have that out there once we get things off and running, and hopefully we'll have some good things up in the near future. Thank y'all for joining us today, and y'all have a good day and a great weekend, and God bless.